Hello and welcome to Shuffle and Roll and another session recap for Nightfell. Unfortunately, I've been rather busy at work, so we've actually got two sessions to talk about today. So first off, they had just picked up the shield from Colo Molo in the previous session, and he had asked them to go and investigate some decay that was happening in the forest. So when they made their way up to the forest where the decay was happening, and it was in a radius around a cottage. So they made their way to the cottage and brazenly just opened the door. And when they opened the door, there was 3 green hags in there casting a spell. So Eshentor, I'm going to say there's been a role reversal in the characters recently, where Carrion, who is usually the try and steal everything from everyone, has now become a bit more centered, and Eshentor the Bard has been a bit more just jump in. So he stepped straight into the cottage. At that point, with a flick of the hand, one of the hags shut the door and he was stuck in there on his own. Luckily, initiative rolled was a lot more than the hags, so he got to move first, and he put a wall of fire around them and then exited the cabin. The hags, then 2 of them, taking quite a bit of damage, went through the flame wall and both went invisible, trying to exit the cabin. When they got outside, everyone else was outside, so with a good use from John the Cleric, he used his imp familiar from his warlock side to fly around and try and find where the hag was. And it bumped into the hag and attacked the hag, bringing himself back to being visible. The hag then attacked the imp back, becoming visible again, and then was swiftly cut down by both Orc from Orc and from RB, the Goblin Wizard. The second to fall was very quickly again targeted once they figured out where she was, and knocked out, leaving 1 left in the cabin. And the players decided that the best thing to do would be to shut the hag in there and decide what they were going to do. So they left it probably about a minute or 2 of talking outside the door, giving the hag plenty of time to go through a trapdoor in the floor, go down a tunnel, back out, and then catch them off guard from behind. The hag then started casting Ray of Enfeeblement on them, and they started to take some damage, but then John the Cleric then cast Silence, which stopped her from casting spells. It also stopped them from trying to talk to her. And then Orc from Orc grappled her and held her in place, where they then dropped the Silence spell and started to talk to her. And she was very forthcoming with, she had information they needed. They just had to complete a bargain with her, which was for one of them to forget a close loved one So she would suck the memories out of them, and then they would get given the knowledge that she held. Eshintor, being quite a clever little bugger, figured out that they didn't really need to do this bargain, because what they did was they then killed the hag, and then you speak with the dead, and then she couldn't lie. So then she gave them the information they were requiring. So they found out that the brown Kakari that they'd originally found out was in the clutches of a dragon was located. Well, the dragon was located at Morkenrath Peak, which is where Orc from Orc is from, and that's where his village is. On the hills, sorry, the mountain on the side of a cliff on Morkenrath Peak. So now they know that there is a dragon hidden there, which, when they found out that it was a blue dragon, explained why there was a constant thunderstorm there. Once they found out that information, they ended the spell, and that's where we ended the first session. Now, the most recent session, unfortunately not everyone could make it, but we had 3 players. So we carried on the story from where they had left off. They went back to Kolomolo's cabin and let him know about the decay and why the decay was happening, and it was now sorted. They then went to Kernavan, one of the villages nearby, the main city of Wadrin, where they went and bought some more stuff. They found some spell scrolls that they bought so that RB could inscribe them into his spell book. They sold the Hydra's teeth and the Hydra's blood that they had managed to harvest from the Hydra that they killed. And they also started to work towards their plans to go to Mount Tenji, where the red orb is, the red Kakari. Knowing that it was in Sura, and Carrion, if he was caught in Sura by the Surans, he would be put to death because he had deserted the army. They decided that they needed a way for him to hide his appearance. RB didn't really want to give up his hat of disguise, so they went to a magic shop and luckily found one, which cost them 5,000 gold. They did a bit more shopping, buying potions and whatnots, ready to start moving in the direction of Tenji. They also, from a bastion turn, they found out that the red Kakari was in Mount Tenji. They found out that the blue Kakari was located in a place called the Talaxi Maelstrom. They found out that someone was trying to collect the Kakari, and that's how they got to those 2 places, because the red one was thrown into a dormant volcano, which then became very much alive. The blue one was thrown into the sea that created the maelstrom, and now they're trying to figure out how they're going to go about getting those 2, and also thinking about going down to Gandu to try and get the staff that connects to the green Kakari. So that's where we ended off the second session. If you're enjoying these recaps, please subscribe and hit that like button. And I'll see you again soon. See ya.